Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to December. This video is going to be on December 2016 for Sagittarius. I just want to say welcome back to the channel for all of my subscribers, or welcome if it's your first time here. The deck I'm using is Greer. I'll have a link to that below. And let's just see what's coming up for Sagittarius. We opened this month, by the way, with a new moon in Sagittarius on November 29th. So it's a new moon in your first house of self and identity, Sag. And if you want to check out the new moon video that I did on that, you can. There should be a link up here in the top right corner. So it means a new self might be emerging over the course of the next 6 months. You might be shedding an old skin and a new you is emerging. So let's just see what's coming up for Sag here in December. Looks like it opens with 3 of Cups in reverse. And it may mean 3 of Cups in the upright position usually means celebration, festivities, just a little bit of glare here on Empress, but I'll lift it up for you to see. So 3 of Cups usually means celebration. It means spending time with those that you love, your friends and family, people of like mind. But in the reverse position, it can mean not feeling like going out to parties, not feeling like socializing, not feeling like being part of the party. Or it could be that those who are around you are not of like mind, or that, sometimes I read this in reverse as gossip or just, idle chatter. Because in the upright position, 3 of Cups means, people of like mind, supportive, heart energy. Cups always represent the heart. But in the reverse, it's just saying that you may not feel like socializing or partying. You may be kind of more concerned with your own heart right now, Sag. This is Ace of Cups, and this is a new beginning. This is your heart. My cup runneth over. My heart feels full. My heart feels like starting something new. It's the dove of peace landing in this cup of emotion, in this heart overflowing energy. So it's like a new beginning, new heart. It's also like saying to me that you've come up through this mud, this maybe difficult time. That's the image of the lotus, is enlightenment, having come through the mud, through the dross, the challenge, the stuff that was murky or dark, and coming up through a period of enlightenment and peace. So this is an opportunity at the beginning of December. I see, Sag, that your cup might be running over with this new joy, this new passion, this new vitality, new heart energy, new life. So let the new you emerge, Sag. Really good time for that. And, it's full of abundance. It's full of fertility. Empress is one of the best cards as far as feeling satisfied, feeling fertile, feeling like new things it's a time of growth, a time of abundance, a time of fulfillment. And I see this Ace of Cups leading to this. I mean, when we look at the image of this card, it's the waters that are overflowing. And we see that echoed here in the Empress card with the waters. The waterfall is water overflowing that feeds everything that is lush, abundant, growing, prosperous, all of that. So these are beautiful cards to start December with, Sagittarius. Enjoy that. I do see that you may not feel, at the beginning of the month, you may not feel as self-reliant as you have in the past. You may have worries about like your savings account, or 9 of Coins is about reliance on the self and reaping rewards from your own self-discipline, enjoying luxury. That's another word for this card. But in the reverse position, it's sort of like saying, I don't feel disciplined enough. I don't feel like I'm being self-disciplined. I don't feel like I've saved up enough. I don't feel like I have riches at my disposal because I've either squandered them or I haven't had the discipline to bring those things to myself. So look at what ways can you employ discipline, Sag, that turns this card back right side up for you. If you're experiencing that at the opening of December. I see that there is going to be something mid December that may feel like a very unfair displacement of things, very sudden change that may feel unfair. It's actually okay. You're actually here depicted, Sag, as Queen of Rods. This is you. This is Queen of Fire. So whether you're male or female, this is someone who is confident, bold, sunny, attractive. She knows her own mind. And she's got this sunny disposition. She's holding this sunflower. She's very bold. She's very just fiery, just like you, Sages, optimistic, cheerful, energetic. And this is you, right in line with Empress. So feeling full, feeling like that your true self, mastery over the self. But that may follow something that appears to be a unfair verdict. There's no justice in the situation. And it happens dramatically. So this is sudden change coming out of nowhere. Tower energy is actually what I believe is ruling the world right now. This is what we're going through, is upheaval, chaos. And this is necessary for change. This is sort of like clearing out all the old closets. It is, I'll call it spring cleaning. It's almost the same energy as breaking out of a shell. So if something is safe and warm and established and secure, Tower energy breaks it open, and it feels scary. It feels terrifying. It feels uncomfortable. It feels sudden and dramatic and can be even scary. But it's breaking you open to new realities, new awareness, clearing out anything that is false, making things more authentic, more real. So with these two in combination, it says that there may be something that appears to be unfair, appears to not have justice, that is a sudden change, and it can be dramatic, can feel like a chaotic storm, but you kind of come out of it solid and rosy and sitting pretty. I'm actually seeing it as like clearing out old crap, clearing out old injustice even, that you may have been like sort of sitting in this arena for a while. You're getting released from this, Sag, and December is a great time. Be careful that you don't get caught up in things that are not real, though. This is Seven of Cups, which is a card of illusion. It's a card of, we can see this Neptunian fog in front of it. It's a card of temptation, of seduction. Sometimes I call this card Las Vegas, because everything is glittering. Everything is like, this could be an infatuation with someone. It could be an infatuation with like the portrayal of who you want to be, victory laurels, accomplishments, castles in the sky, riches, any kind of thing that you can get seduced by. But the lesson and opportunity in this card is to look at things as they really are versus just on a surface level. So when this card shows up, check your facts, do the research, do the background checks, look it in the eye, look it in the mouth. Don't just go on superficial external appearances, because you can be misled when this card shows up. It's a card of not making false choices, because all these things are like fantasy land, and it's saying make sure that you have concrete structures built under these castles. Make sure that these aren't just like false gold. Make sure that this is something, a real person rather than just a mask. Make sure that this is something worth attaining, or what's the cost of attaining this victory. So practicality is needed when this card shows up. You may be tempted by offers mid-month that may not be all that they appear to be. That's a card of just looking things clearly in the eye. And then towards the end of the month, Sag, you have Four of Wands, Four of Coins in reverse, and then Seven of Swords and Six of Swords. This card, Ten of Wands, it can actually mean a couple different things. It can mean oppression, feeling burdened, feeling overladen, feeling like you're carrying too much. And in which case, when I see this card appear, I ask, is there anything that you can put down that's not necessary for you to carry? Is there anything that can lighten your load, like old baggage from the past? Again, like clearing stuff out that may have to do with this? Can you let some of that old stuff go? And then this is also 10 of clubs is the teacher card. So it means sharing all this collection of experience that is represented by these wands, sharing that with others. And that helps lighten the load. So 10 of clubs can often be a card of the mind having a mind of its own, being caught up in the mind, going in circles in your mind, feeling like I've got just too much going on up there. But by sharing it with others and teaching, you sort of figuratively unload all that information, knowledge, expertise, enthusiasm, all of that fire energy, which you Sages have plenty of, and sharing it with others. That can sometimes help lighten your load. So how can you teach? And what can you put down that's not necessary? That's what 10 of clubs says here, if you're feeling overburdened. And clearing out stuff from the past is what I'm getting here. Clearing out stuff that has to do with this, whatever this is. 4 of coins in reverse. This is saying that you may have a bit of a preoccupation towards the end of the month with money. You may be feeling a little bit fearful about that. 4 of coins is about clinging to money, clinging to the status quo. There may be, with both Tower in reverse and 4 of coins in reverse, there may be a way in which you are resisting this inevitable change because you're afraid of the financial impact that it has on you. But this card is always an invitation to become more open, especially regarding physical things and money. You can see in this card that he's got coins blocking his heart. He's got money on his mind, money in front of his heart, and money like in either on his lap, holding it down with everything he's got. But it's a card that keeps you inflexible. It's rigid. It's stagnancy. It's stuckness. So don't let this change ignite fears about money. See if you can be open to maybe even receiving more, or being open to letting heart energy in. It wants to come in. This ace, which is emotional energy, wants to come in. But if you're blocking it with fears about maintaining the status quo or financial worries, that's going to have a hard time coming in. So try to loosen this up. Think of the fist versus the open hand. If you try to hold like a stick of butter, if you grasp it and cling to it, as 4 of coins does here, it all goes through your fingers and you just end up with this tension. If you hold your palm open, that's actually where you can receive, this cup that's being handed to you. So consider those images. Don't let the fears and resistance and doubt for this inevitable change to also trigger any fears about money. That's not going to help you. What you should also keep a lookout for is, this is a recovery period. 6 of Swords. I'm getting that it's coming after whatever this is. When you unload whatever this changes and you unload this oppression, whatever you've been carrying, this is like new horizons. This is you're free to rescue yourself or be rescued or help rescue someone else from charged chaotic waters to calmer, smoother horizons, to calmer shores. So this is a card of recovery. It's a card of travel, which you Sages love anyway. So you may be going to other distant lands, at least places that are more peaceful. Even if it's the same arena, it can be a more serene, calmer version of that. You're going to have to look out for, though. These are both 7 cards, okay? So 7 is spiritual stuff. 7 is things that are on a higher realm. And this is the thief. This is the person who is looking out for themselves, me energy. This is something that you're going to have to pass through. The 7 of Swords may have some influence over the fear of money. Like they might be the person who is looking out for themselves and putting you in this place of, I'm concerned about the money. But you're going to have to pass through that, pass sort of over them to get to this place of healing and recovery where you get to actually open things up. And I'm going to say, because this card is surrounded by these 2 7s, it's a little bit of like a spiritual challenge for you, Sag. In order for you to get to this place of recovery and healing and freedom and travel, you know, going from this difficult place to smoother seas, you're going to have to let go of the person who is me focused, you know, who's kind of like a thief or untrustworthy, dishonest, looks out for themselves, cuts corners, you know, maybe is an air sign. Not always, but swords represent the air element. And then you're also going to have to be very clear on your decision making, because this is like fantasy land. This is not seeing things as they're showing up. This is all Neptune fantasy. Things are not what they appear to be. So for you to recover, for you to get to calmer seas, for you to get to, you know, more serene shores and horizons, to travel to that place that brings you out of chaos into calmness and serenity, you are going to have to be able to negotiate those waters of knowing what's real, making good decisions based on reality, not fantasy. And you're going to have to pass over anything that has to do with dishonesty, with someone who's got me behavior. This could be you, or it could be someone else. You may have to let go of this person, whether that's a version of you, Sag, or a version of someone else, to get to this recovery and healing. And it's going to be a little bit of a spiritual challenge, but I do see you coming out on top. I do see you recovering and healing, and I do see you experiencing lots of abundance and this welcoming in like a new love, a new passion, a new joy. So great month for you, Sag. If you can sort of negotiate the waters of whatever this dramatic sudden change that you may be resisting, that may look unfair, or it's coming out of something that's unfair. If you can put down the old baggage that you're carrying that's not necessary, maybe by teaching others, and don't allow fear of money to rule you, or decision making that's based on dishonesty or things that are more like seductive and infatuation based, fantasy based. Make it stay rooted in reality, and this is where you're headed. You know, recovery, healing, traveling to new lands, putting yourself in a better situation. So that's my reading for you, Sag, for September. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, feel free to give it a thumbs up, or share it with another Sag who you think might enjoy this reading. And as always, I just want to thank everyone for watching. Yours in the stars.